Hey,
I'm good. How are you?
very well, very well. Good
How
to
was
see you.
your weekend?
Weekend was good. Yes, I spent most of the time at home. I didn't really go anywhere. I watched a lot of sports. Formula One was on. I don't know if you're into that. Formula One racing. It was the last race of the year, and it was a very critical race. And yeah, the driver I support eventually won and became world champion. So
Cool.
I'm very happy. Um, yeah,
Congrats.
yeah, thanks. But on the other hand, the team that I support in football lost. Arsenal lost against Man United, which was a shocking defeat. Um, yeah, we should have won. We played at home, but it was really disappointing. For some reason, Arsenal just can't seem to beat Man United, and this year or this season, Man United have got a really bad team. You know, they have some good players, but on the weekend they had some injured players, so we should have won, and we had so many chances, but it just didn't happen for us.
That was that game you told us before. That's right next to your house.
No, no, that was another one. That was just a friendly between Portugal and Argentina. That's where Ronaldo played and Messi. Yeah, that's a different one. Nah, so not very happy about that. I was kind of disappointed.
Mm.
But yeah, other than that, I had a great weekend. Yeah, it's pretty cold now. It didn't rain, thank God, as much. We had a bright day, but a chilly day, nevertheless.
Snow already.
It's snowing where you are, yeah?
Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, I think. It was first snow and
Wow.
earthquake.
What?
Romania had an earthquake.
Really?
Yeah, and even here we could feel it. It
Oh
was
no.
like two grades, or I don't know how to say it. So I felt some,
You felt some vibrations.
yes,
How strong was the earthquake on the Richter scale? Do you know?
5 and 5 by Richter. But here maybe mm, two was 5 and 5 was in Romania.
5.5, yeah.
Here I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 point.
Wow.
So,
Gee.
yeah,
Yeah, so it wasn't devastating, but an
yeah,
earthquake. Is that common in that region?
it's not.
Not at all. What is this? Are you sure it was an earthquake?
Yes,
Oh my
a lot
God.
of people feel it, but a lot of people don't. So it's the second earthquake for the last 10 years, I think. I feel it. I felt.
Oh, so you felt one before.
Yeah, maybe 10 years ago.
And it must have been just a couple of seconds. It didn't last long, right?
Yeah, it's maybe about a minute was.
A minute?
Yeah, it's. We had only maybe on 2 or 3 this,
Hmm.
but it was not treated, shaken about a minute after this
Oh,
earthquake.
I see. Wow, I've never felt one in my life, and I hope I don't in the
Yes,
future.
got everything
Yeah.
alive and nobody had any damage.
So there was no reported damage or injuries. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad it wasn't devastating. Because certain regions like Turkey and I think is the most common earthquake area there, close to Europe, kind of. I don't know if any other countries in Europe have it often. Yeah. Hello, Xenia. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Good to see you. And how was your weekend, guys? What did you get up to, Sergey?
I was at home watching The Walking Dead.
All right. The latest season, yeah?
Yes, the 6th episode.
Jeez, I still didn't get a chance to get into it. I actually forgot. I have to see if I can start watching it sometime. Yeah. And Ksenia, what did you get up to?
It was usual weekend. I stayed home. I stayed at home also, and I was watching many films and serials too.
Hmm.
And I was working also.
Good. So pretty busy. Pretty standard weekend then for
Yeah.
both of you. I see. Yes. Well, it's another week, and have you got any plans for this winter? I know Christmas will be coming up. Do you guys plan on going somewhere to another city maybe, or another country, or will you just stay home with family?
I'm not planning to go anywhere.
You're gonna stay with family then?
Yeah. Maybe I'll go to my godson. It's 200 kilometers from here, but it's not very far.
Is this the one that you were teaching English? You were helping English with? How's he going? How's the English?
I'm not sure, but I don't think it's very good.
Really? Oh no.
You need a more strict teacher.
Oh man. How old was he again?
8.
He's 8.
Actually, he turned to 9 last month.
Yeah, these are the times where they become pretty active and naughty.
He wants to play more than to learn something.
I know, it's very difficult, yeah, to sit him down and to teach them. I had a class once when I was in Egypt about that age group, and oh gee, there were one naughty bunch, I have to say. Yeah, it's really tough when you have a class full of active kids, who are really eager to go out and play, and you have to be really, really cautious how you treat them. You can't be too friendly as a teacher, because then they'll think you're their friend, and they won't necessarily listen to your instructions, and there is no discipline. So it's really tough. Yeah, but hopefully your godson will come around, and the right teacher will discipline him and make him learn.
I hope so.
Ksenia, are you planning to travel anywhere soon for this
No,
break?
not soon, I think. Maybe in the next year, in the start of the next year.
Early next year.
Yeah.
Any ideas where?
I want to go in some tropic country, to the sea and to the beach.
I see. Maybe an island?
I don't like island because it's so many barracks and animals.
True. You're not too fond of wild animals in the open. Yeah, okay. You've been to quite a few places though, as far as I remember, right? You've been to America and parts of Europe.
Yeah. But not very many, I think.
Maybe, yeah. A lot of Russians do go to Egypt, Sharm el-Sheikh, and they spend their holidays there.
Yeah, and always they have stomach illness.
Really? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's common.
All my friends.
It's common, yeah. It's a different type of food, and you have to get used to it. And I had the same problem when I went there as well. I suffered for quite a few months actually. And but yeah, as long as you're careful. But then again, you gotta eat. What you got no option. You have to eat what they offer, what they have to offer. Anyways, yeah. Okay, guys, let us begin. No other students seem to be joining, so it's just the two of you and one more viewer in the lobby. Hello to that viewer. So, famous people. That's what we'll focus on. And Nelson Mandela is the famous person. I'm sure all of you have heard about him. So as always, we're going to read a short biography about him and then look at some questions and vocabulary. Yeah, hopefully we can learn something new. Alright, so let's look at these questions here on the left. What are they saying? What is he famous for? Who can tell me?
He was fighting for rights of his people in Africa.
Aha, yeah, he was fighting for his people's rights. Good. Yeah, this is pretty much the main point. Xenia, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say the same.
Okay, good. No problems. Then, do you know the meaning of apartheid?
I don't.
Xenia, do you know the meaning?
It's a kind of political song. It's about black skin, I think now.
Yeah, you're close. Yeah, yeah. So it's like a. It was specific in South Africa, and it was a policy or a system, you know, that kept certain people apart. Yeah, so it was kind of it was a discrimination, a very racist policy. It was discrimination on, you know, on the grounds of the people's appearance and race. So, for example, the whites, you know, were only able, had most of the privileges, you know, and they were separated from the colors. You know, there were the colors, I believe, and then there were the black people, and so on and so forth. So they were really, it was a racist policy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw the film recently. It's named Helpers. It's the same situation, I think.
Oh, okay. Helpers.
Yeah, Helpers. It's about woman who help with house. Is a white woman. Helpers.
Oh, is that from which year was that made? Do you know?
It's Helpers. It's a woman who helped with the house. It's Helpers, yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's got to do with a woman that was a slave, like a slave, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In a house.
But they paid for it.
Oh, they were getting paid. Yeah, is that what the actual title is for in English, or is that, did you translate it from Russian?
No, it's in English, Helpers.
Helpers.
Helpers or helper? I don't remember.
Okay, there's only one movie with helpers, and it's a horror movie. It's kind of called No Vacancy. I'm trying to find and see who is acting in it. I might have seen it or not.
Maybe I try to see.
If you can find it.
Yeah, but I think it will be linked in Russian, not in English.
Ah, okay. See, Sergey has given us a link. Is this it?
I'm sorry?
No, this is Vacancy, I believe. Yeah, this is the one I found as well, Sergey. It's a horror.
No, it's not her. No, 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 no.
This is the wrong one, yeah?
No. Прислуга. Прислуга по-русски.
Servants.
Maids or the maid?
But in English, helper. In Russian, прислуга.
Yeah, I think there's a different name for this movie. If you can find
Okay, I saved it.
the link, and when you find it, just put it in the chat,
Okay.
and then we'll have a look. So I think there's another one that I've watched. It's also quite recent, and it was a very good movie. It got a lot of awards, I believe. Maybe this is the
Oh, I
one.
find.
You found some changes or something.
Here it is.
Yeah, this one. It's 2010 film.
Oh. Okay, this is just
It's a page.
yeah, it's a page, but it's not the actual page of the movie.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
you can find in a finder. You can type прислуга and you find.
Yeah, I tried. I typed Prислуга, but I couldn't find it. It says nothing. Yeah, unless I have to type in Russian, but I don't have the Russian keyboard. Oh yeah, that's the one. Maid. I believe Maid. It was the one. Yeah. I think it's The Maid. Or The Help. Ah. The Help, I believe, was the actual title in English. Yeah. Yeah, Emma Stone is in it. Yeah, I've watched that. That's a great movie. Yeah, it was really nice. Very highly rated. And it's based in America. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Have you watched it, Sergey?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's really nice. Yeah, Ksenia. You liked it, right, Ksenia?
Yes, I like.
Good.
Okay, thank you. I will watch it.
And then there's another one, I believe, called this one here. Also very nice. It's all sad, emotional, but this one here it's got to do with that as well, the slavery, and in America. So the other one that I gave you, check that one out as well.
Yeah, I've seen this film too.
You've seen it? Yeah, it was very popular.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Okay, so let's keep going. So question 3 asks, do you know why Nelson Mandela went to prison? And then take a guess. What do you think? How long he spent his time in jail?
He went to a prison because he fight. Because he fight from apartheid.
Yeah, he was opposing it. He was fighting against it. Yeah, he was opposing the system.
And I think that he spent in jail about 14 or 15 years.
14 or 15 years, okay.
Yes,
Sergey, you want to add something?
No, I don't know how long it takes him.
Okay, we'll find out.
Ksenia.
Yeah, we'll have a look. Okay, so then, why do you think he won the Nobel Peace Prize?
Because he fights a lot and struggle for a long time.
Yeah. Okay, good. And Ksenia?
Yes, I think it's the same.
Agree?
He was political and very kind person to a black man. So is the reason for Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. Do you think that's what he will be remembered for?
I think yeah.
Yeah, most likely, yeah. All right, so here's his famous quote, it always seems impossible until it's done. Yeah. And it was an impossible struggle for him, but eventually he overcame that. And he did unite the country, didn't he? So let's have a look what it said. Oh, actually, we're going to look at the vocab before we read. So let's check it out. So here we have 10 words on the left. Let's see if we can match them to the right meanings. So first one, vote. Ksenia.
Sorry, I have been muted.
Oh,
Vote. Vote. It's to express your choice in an election.
yeah, very good. Excellent. So let's see. How would you use vote in a sentence?
You could vote when you if you are a 20 years old boy, you can vote.
Okay, good. Yes. Well done. So you can say when you reach the age of when you reach the age of 20, or when you become 20 years old, you are eligible to vote, or you are able to vote. Eligible just means able to.
Okay.
So you're able to vote, or you can start with this. You can switch the two parts of the sentence, and you can say you are able to vote when you reach 20.
Okay, you are able to vote when you reach 80. Okay.
Yeah. 20 or I think it's 18. It depends what country. Yeah. How old do you have to be to vote in Russia?
In Russia, we can vote when we reached, I think, 18.
18?
Yeah.
When you reach 18 years of age. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Sergey seems to have disconnected, so we can continue.
Too famous. It's a E, very well known.
Yep, that's the one. Very good. Give me a sentence with famous.
Lady Gaga is a very famous singer.
Yeah, Lady Gaga is a very famous singer. Very good. What about protest?
Protest. It's age to show you do not support something.
Good. Now, is this a verb or a noun?
If we say protest, it's a noun. If we say protest, it's a verb.
Good. Well done. Well done, Xenia. All right. So which one do you want to use in your sentence?
For example, Nelson Mandela protest from apartheid.
Protested?
Protested apartheid.
Yeah. Yeah, against. He was protesting, or he protested against the apartheid.
Against apartheid.
Very good. Excellent sentence, yeah. All right. Number 4.
Suffer. I think it's a F, to have pain or great difficulty.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, to have pain or great difficulty. You've heard this before, suffer, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you give me a sentence, please?
She have, yes, suffer.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Okay, try. Give me the whole sentence, and then we'll look at it.
She had suffered from this dishonest situation.
Okay. She had suffered.
She had suffered from this dishonest situation.
For a long time, let's say. For a long time. So you can say, you can use it in simple past. You can just say she suffered from this situation. Okay, but if you want to use it in past perfect, you can say she had suffered from this for a very long time, and then you put in a time phrase as well.
Okay.
Okay. All right. 5.
To allow. It's the age. To permit. To let.
Did you say H?
Age, yeah. To permit. To let.
G, yeah. G, to permit, to let.
G.
Good. So to allow. How would you make a sentence with allow?
For example, please, mom, allow me to go to a disco.
Yeah, very good. Or my mom doesn't allow me to go to the disco. Yeah, very good. Okay, number 6.
Democracy.
Democracy.
Democracy. It's a government chosen freely by the people.
Yeah, that's the one. Excellent. All right. How would you make this?
In our country, we have democracy.
In our country, we have democracy.
Democracy.
So this is where the stress is on this syllable.
Democracy. It's a song, yeah? Democracy. It's about democracy. It's some old song about democracy I have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, who sings
yesterday. I don't know. Democracy.
Is it on
the English? It's an English thing. It's a very famous thing. Democracy. It's a rock, I think.
Rock, yeah? Yeah, I think yeah, maybe a lot of bands have used democracy in some way.
That's famous, yeah.
All right. So let's look at 7.
Retire. To stop working a job, usually because of age.
Very good, yeah. So to retire means to stop working at a job.
Yeah.
How would you use retire?
I think one can use this word with Nelson Mandela because he was very old when he retired from his position in government.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, he stepped down or he retired from his position, yeah, in the government. Very good. Yeah. So somebody, if they usually when they get too old, you would retire from your profession. Okay, 8.
Village. It's a very small town.
Yes, very good. Okay, a quick sentence with village.
When you go to a village, buy some apple there.
Good, yeah. When you go to the village, buy some apples there. Or please get some apples for me. Yeah, very good. All right, 9.
Economy. It's the last one, the money and resources of a nation of area.
Yes, very good. J. Okay. How would you use economy?
Economy is one of the most important part of the country.
Yeah, good. To have or to manage the economy is one of the most difficult parts of the country. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. 10. The last one.
Inspire. It's I to cause someone to do or make something.
Yes. Very good.
For example, you inspired me for drawing this picture.
Yeah. Very good. You inspired me to draw.
To draw.
Yeah. To draw this picture or this painting. Excellent. Well done, Ksenia. So you're pretty much aware of all of these words, right? None of them was new for you. That's good. Excellent. All right, let's see if we can do some reading now. So, okay, so it's just yourself. Lucky you. A lot of reading. So let's go. Let's start from the very top.
Okay, Nelson Mandela was born in South Africa in 1918. Until about 1992, South Africa had a political system called apartheid. This means that black people had to live apart from white people. For example, they couldn't go to the same school as white people or eat in the same restaurants. Most blacks had no jobs, were very poor, and couldn't vote in elections. Mandela grew up in a village. When he was a young man, he left his village to study law. He wanted to help free black people from apartheid. He became a lawyer in 1952 and worked in Johannesburg, a large city in South Africa. Mandela joined the African National Congress (ANC) in 1944. The ANC led many protests against the government's apartheid policy. From 1952 to 1960, Mandela was arrested and jailed twice for being a leader of the ANC. In 1960, the government killed many black people for protesting against apartheid. Mandela was a peaceful man, but after these killings, his protests became very violent. In 1963, the government sent Mandela to prison for life because of his work against apartheid. But even though he was in prison, he became a famous example of how black people suffered under apartheid. People from all over the world asked the South African government to release him from jail. Mandela was released in 1990. He had spent 27 years in jail. In 1991, he became president of the ANC. He was a South African president, then agreed that South Africa would end apartheid and became a democracy. They won the 1993 Nobel Peace Prize for this. In 1994, an election was held. Black people were allowed to vote, and Mandela became the first black president in South Africa. When he was president, he worked to improve the economy, especially for black people. He also worked to bring peace to his country after many years of violence between blacks and whites. In 1999, Mandela retired as president and began helping other countries solve their problems. In 2004, he retired from public life. He continued to inspire many people to fight for peace and equality. Nelson Mandela died on December 5, 2013.
Yep, 2013.
2013. He was 95 years old.
Wow, unbelievable. Amazing, isn't it? What he's gone through, and he lived until almost 100 years of age.
Yeah, I think, and he was the most older man in Africa, no? And he was famous for it too.
I'm not sure. Perhaps, maybe when it comes to being a president or the leader, perhaps, yeah, or maybe even in Africa. I'm not sure. Amazing. Welcome back, Sergey. Did you have some troubles?
Yeah, I had some troubles. Sorry.
That's okay. It's good to see you back. I was getting concerned. Maybe another earthquake struck,
Yeah.
and you had loss of power, loss of electricity, maybe. All right.
Beautiful.
Everything's all right. Okay, so Ksenia she just read this article quite well, I must say. Well done, Ksenia.
Thank you.
And yeah, so let's have a look. Well, you've missed out the whole, haven't you, Sergey?
Yeah, we just started this vocabulary exercise, and
So you haven't heard anything that Ksenia read?
I heard maybe the last paragraph.
Okay, let's read it one more time. It's good practice, and we have plenty of time. I hope you don't mind, Ksenia.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay, Sergey, you can read now from the top.
Nelson Mandela was born in South Africa in 1980. Until about 1992, South Africa had a political system called apartheid. This means that black people had to live apart from white people. For example, they could not go to the same school as white people or eat in the same restaurant. Most blacks had no jobs, were very poor, and could not vote in elections. Mandela grew up in a village when he was a young man. He left this village to study law. He wanted to help free black people from apartheid. He, he became a lawyer in 1952 and worked in Johannesburg, a large city in South Africa.
Yeah, we say Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
Okay.
Mandela joined the African National Congress, ANC, in 1944. The ANC had led many protests against the government's apartheid policy. From 1952 to 1960, Mandela was arrested and jailed twice for being a leader of the ANC. In 1960, the government killed many black people for protesting against apartheid. Mandela was a peaceful man, but after those killings, his protests became more violent. In 1963, the government sent Mandela to prison for life because of his work against apartheid. But even though he was in prison, he became a famous example of black people's suffering under apartheid. People from all over the world asked the South Africa government to release him from jail. Mandela was released in 1919. He had spent 27 years in jail. In 1991, he became president of the ANC, and the South Africa president then agreed that South Africa would end apartheid and became a democracy. They won the 1993 Nobel Prize Peace for this. In 1994, an election was held. Black people were allowed to vote, and Mandela became the first president of South Africa. When he was president, he worked to improve the economy, especially for black people. He also worked to bring peace into his country after many years of violence between blacks and whites. In 1999, Mandela retired as president and began helping other countries solve their problems. In 2004, he retired from public life. He continued to inspire many people to fight for peace and equality. Nelson Mandela died on December 5, 2013. He was 95 years old.
Very good. Well done. Well read. Thank you very much, Sergey. Okay, we say this: peace and equality. Okay, peace and equality. All right. Yeah, everything was pretty spot on. Yeah. Just make sure when you're saying the years, especially when it comes to 1990. Yeah. So 1990. Yeah, 90. Whenever it's the the 19 or 17, 18, the last teen is prolonged. When it comes to the numbers with the 0 at the end, we say 90. It's very short. There has to be that distinction, yeah. So 1990.
1990. Okay.
1880.
1818.
Yeah, 1880. Very good. All right, guys, let's have a look now. I think you should be flawless at these statements. I don't want to hear any mistakes. We've read it twice now, especially Xenia. All right, so first one, Xenia, what do you think? Is this statement true or is it false?
I think it's true.
Nelson Mandela was born in South Africa.
Oh, Africa, yeah, not America. Huh?
Oh yeah, South America. That's right. Yes, it's tricky, isn't it? Yeah, South Africa. Good. All right. Second one.
Mandela grew up in Johannesburg. And no, it's false. He studied in Johannesburg.
Good. So he studied in Johannesburg, but he grew up
In a village.
in a village. Very good. It's right here. All right. Number 3, Xenia.
When Mandela was a child, black and white children couldn't go to the same schools. It's right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's true.
That's what actually inspired him to become a lawyer and to establish equality. All right. 4.
Mandela went to prison in 1990.
Yeah. 1990.
1990.
Good.
No, it's false. It was somewhere near 1960.
Good. Yeah. It was in 1963. Well done. Excellent. So 1963 is when he went to prison. Good. Number 5, Xenia.
Mandela became the first president of South Africa. It's false. He was the first black president.
Good. That's a tricky one. Wow. He became the first black president of South America. Excellent. South Africa. Even I said South America. All right, 6. Last one.
When Mandela retired, he stopped helping people. No, it's false, because when he retired in 1999, he helped people in every situation till 2004.
Yeah, very good. He basically kept on helping people until he died. Yeah, pretty much. He was very active in helping people. All right, excellent. Well done, guys. That was good. Let's see if we can do these. Okay, so look at the questions here and tell me which of the 3 answers have the closest meaning to the underlined word in the sentence. Okay, so number 1, Xenia.
In the apartheid system, black people and white people had to live apart, and the same meaning separately.
Yeah, very good. So to live apart, to live separately. Yeah, very good. Excellent. Okay, second one, Sergey.
The ANC led many protests against the government apartheid policy. It's rule and principle, A.
Very good. So policy here means
Rule and principle.
a rule or principle.
Principle.
Yeah, so it's more like a system. Yeah, very good. Okay, number 3.
Mandela was arrested for being the leader of the ANC. It meant taken to jail. It's C.
Yeah, very good. See, taken to jail or to prison means being arrested. Very good. 4.
Mandela spent 27 years in prison. A. Jail.
Yeah, exactly. So jail, prison is the same. Very good.
Minimum.
Yeah.
He was released in 1990. It's set free.
Yeah, set free. So he was released from prison in 1990. Set free. And only 2 years later, he became the president. Wow. All right, 6.
Mandela worked to improve his country. It's B. Make better.
Yeah, to improve his country means to make it better. Very good. All right, guys, that was well done. Discussion. Okay, let me have a look at this. Anything? All right, let's look at this last poster. There's a poster here we're going to look at. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Oh, I hope it's not too small. So there's a poster here about Nelson Mandela and some of his famous quotes. You can have a look at them for a few seconds, and we talk about some of these. Are they visible? Can you see them?
They are
Yes.
very a little bit, but I can see it.
All right, so as you can see, there are a lot of things on here. For example, to vote if you're black. Tell me now, give me a quick, maybe one sentence. How and when did this become possible? To vote if you were black. So how did this become possible in, let's say, South Africa?
It became possible when Nelson Mandela became a president, and the year was 1994.
Yeah, 92 was it, or 94?
94.
94, okay. Good. So that's when it became possible. Very good, because he stopped apartheid and it was a democracy after that. All right, good. All right, what else can we see? Look at this big one here. To put a man on the moon. Sergey, do you know how that became possible and when?
It was someday in the 60s. The American went to the moon and sat on it.
Yeah, good. It's when, I believe it was somewhere in the 60s, yeah, when the first man set foot on the moon. And how did it become possible? Do you know how?
They built a rocket. They went on this rocket to the moon.
Yes. So it took a lot of, finance and preparation.
And brains.
And brains, yes, it took a lot of brains. Good. I like that. Yeah. So a lot of smart people had to, educate themselves when it came to these missions. Okay, any other ones you want to mention? What about this one? To read if you were blind. That's interesting. Do you know how this became, or who invented this?
It's called a Schrift Braille. If I'm
Good.
not...
Yes, it is.
I don't know when it was invented, fortunately.
Xenia, do you know?
No, I don't know too.
Yeah, I think I did a. Is actually that's the name of the person, isn't it? Louis Braille. Louis, he was probably French from the 1800s. Yeah, that was a very, very important invention. And what about correcting poor eyesight? How do you think that came about?
I think you need to read more books, travel, and you correct poor eyesight. No?
Oh, so you're saying if you have trouble seeing, by reading more books, it'll help you? Or
Poor eyesight, it's mean that you haven't enough.
You're not smart enough.
I'm sorry?
Like you're not smart enough.
I think
no. Poor eyesight here means that you cannot see very well. You have a problem with your eyes.
Direct meaning.
Yeah, so you need to correct poor eyesight. So, for example, you need glasses to read. Yeah, so you have poor eyesight. So, yeah, or you cannot see from a distance. So you need glasses. So how and when did this come about? That's interesting to know as well. See, nowadays we have even laser treatment that you can do. Not only do we have spectacles, another word for glasses, in case you didn't know, spectacles. Did you know that?
Yes, I know this word, but I don't know when it was invented.
Well, you can check it up on Google and see. I was hoping you would be doing this while I'm, asking these questions. Yeah, so have a look on Google to see who actually came up with the spectacles. Nowadays, we can use laser treatment to improve our eyesight. Yeah, so there are many points here. Are there any points that you don't see in here that you think should be in here? Any inventions do you think, oh, I'm surprised this isn't in here? So we see there is a car here, so the invention of a car. A lie detector, interesting, to detect a lie. The governments use that. To read after the sun went down. Okay, now we have electricity, so we can put our lights on. And before electricity, there was fire. Yeah, candles. People use candles and lanterns. Yeah. Okay, so 1280. Is that when glasses were invented? Okay, thank you. Okay, guys. Yeah, and anything else you want to add to this? Any other invention that's not on here?
Google.
Google itself, maybe the internet. Yeah, internet. I don't see internet here.
Yeah, we can study it at home. It's also a great inventor.
Absolutely. Yes.
How to say it?
I mean, if you think about it, internet it's very computers itself. A computer itself is very complicated, isn't it? it's a very I mean, it takes algorithms and all sorts of, you know, mathematics will have to have been really exhausted in order to perfect and find out the technology that we have today, especially when it comes to computers. So without computers, there wouldn't be internet. Without, you know, algorithms and all the mathematical formulas and so on and so forth, we wouldn't have computers. So there's a lot of connection there. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap it up now. We've hit the hour, so I'll give you the link for this very interesting PDF, and you can download it and save it on your computer. Is there anything you'd like to ask?
No.
Oh, good.
It's clear.
Oh, very good. I'm happy because you guys did really well. Your reading was spot on. I'm happy with your reading, and you understood all the vocabulary as well. So congratulations on that. So here's the link. All right. Okay, guys. I hope you have a great day. Please join me if you can later on. If not, then yeah, I'll see you next time.
Thanks
Okay.
for the lesson. Have a good day.
Bye.
You're most welcome, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.